Hello and welcome to Tarot Thursday. I'm your host, Reverend Mary Hawk, and with me is Reverend Don Lewis.
Hello, hello.
And hello to Kylene. Good to see you.
Hello indeed. Always good to see you, Kylie.
And as usual, if anyone has a question for us, please post it in chat and we will do a 3-card, more or less, reading for you.
Yes, more or less.
Hey,
Hello to
Fluff.
Jason.
Hey, Fluffy. Good to see you.
You can ask us any question you would like. You could even ask us questions about the new Odyssey film.
We were just speaking about it.
Yes, we were. I think we both were of the agreement that we probably would not have gone and seen it if there wasn't so much controversy, and now we definitely are likely to.
Yes.
It's good to see you, Fluffy.
Well, I'm more likely to stream it than actually go to the theater, but...
Well, yeah. Hello to Renee.
Yes. Hi, Renee. Good to see you.
So I was pointing out that one of the big complaints you're seeing all over the internet is how historically inaccurate it is to cast a black woman as Helen of Troy. You know, I have to point out that if you're familiar with the family history of Helen of Troy, this is a very different question. If we're talking about historical accuracy, we cannot use the excuse that she's the daughter of Zeus. We have to assume she's the daughter of Tyndareus. And Tyndareus, the king of Sparta, was the son of Gorgone, the queen of Sparta, who was the daughter of Andromeda, of Perseus and Andromeda fame. And she was seen in the Clash of the Titans movie. You know their story. Except you want to talk about taking some liberties with the mythology. They totally changed the location because where did Andromeda live? Where was she a princess of? Ethiopia. All of the ancient Greek sources agree she was a princess of Ethiopia. She was a black woman specifically. They say specifically. Therefore, her great-granddaughter Helen would have been 1/8 black. So not really such a big leap of casting. But I see we have actual questions in the chat room.
And hello to Maria from Norway at 4 a.m.
It's good to see you. Okay, so Kayleen wants to know about the, shall we say, the impact of Disclosure Day.
And Kylene is coming to us from Australia, and I have to admit, I don't know what Disclosure Day is.
I believe that is the idea of evidence of alien life forms being released.
Okay.
So let us see what the cards say.
The Steven Spielberg movie specifically. Okay.
Oh. Okay, what that I don't know about. What is that about that subject?
Okay. Disclosure. It is a movie about aliens. Kayleen, when you said Disclosure Day, I thought this was something in Australia.
Okay, now we're clear on what we're asking.
Well, when it opened in the US, we didn't get any new aliens.
Well, I have drawn 3 cards, and they are an interesting 3 cards. The first card is the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups is the wish card. Be careful what you wish for, because you're likely to get it in this situation. But it's followed by the 9 of Swords, often called the ghastly nightmare. So the wish card and the ghastly nightmare are right next to each other. And the ghastly nightmare basically comes down to, yes, what you worry about is there, but it's not as bad as you think, and it will only hurt you if you hurt yourself trying to get away from it. And then it's followed by the 2 of Cups, which is a relationship. And I'm going to say in this case, it's a relationship between these 2 cards. And what is the relationship between these 2 cards? Well, the wish card says, be careful what you wish for. And the 9 of Swords says, be careful what you're afraid of and how you might hurt yourself through fear. So I would take both of them together to say, the impact is going to be where people allow the impact to be, but they need to be careful of allowing themselves to be influenced by their fears rather than reasonable considerations. And let us draw a Brian card, because what is life without a Brian card? And I've drawn the Hierophant. And the Hierophant says, not necessarily that the impact of the film, but perhaps the best way to deal with the film is through listening to spiritual guidance. Maybe do not respond to the surface, but try to look a little deeper. And that's how I would take that, and there you go.
So the first card I've got is the Prince of Swords, which we generally read as focus on yourself or pamper yourself. Then I've got Mind, which is generally about thinking things over, looking for deeper meanings, reflecting on things. And I've got the 3 of Wands, which I normally read as you're going to advance your current situation through help from someone else. And when I draw the Brian card, I get Temperance, which is about taking lots of different pieces together and making a greater whole out of them. So altogether, I would say that you're going to get the reaction. You will see what are people's reactions are going to be varied according really probably to what they were disposed to be anyway. And to get a whole out of it would require someone else guiding it. So
I want to say hello to Seven Jade and Hippie Janet.
Yes.
And new arrivals in the chat room.
And hello to Jazz.
Oh, hello, Jazz.
Let's see. And Maria is asking, after leaving a bad relationship, is there anyone new on the horizon? That's our next question. And then Fluffy has a question for us.
For sake. Okay, so the question is, after leaving a bad relationship, is there anyone new on the horizon?
Yes, that's Maria's question. And as far as getting communications like that from your ex, block him completely. You don't need that negativity.
Oh, okay. Well, I have drawn 3 cards. First card is Temperance. Temperance is making new things out of old things. And given this question, I would be inclined to say that yes, there's probably someone new on the horizon, but they're not necessarily someone that you've never met before. It may be someone who's already in your acquaintance. Prince of Coins says be patient, give it the time that it needs to grow. Don't try to rush it, particularly since you've just left one relationship. Allow your healing to happen before you head into the next. But then we have the Sun, which is success, and assuming that you're looking for a new relationship, I would say yes, it will be there. Just be patient in allowing it to develop, and don't be surprised if it's a change in an existing relationship. And there you go. Well, let us draw the Brian card, because gotta have a Brian card. And I've drawn the 8 of Wands, which says to me that when the time comes, things are likely to develop very quickly. But in the meantime, you must be patient to get there. But when you get there, it may develop very fast.
And I shuffled, but I also drew Temperance. So, and I've got Heart. And this card shows lovers. It doesn't have to mean lovers, but it does show you're bringing a whole lot of emotion to the situation. And I have the Prince of Swords, which also says pamper yourself, take care of yourself, give yourself a chance to recover. And I have the Past. And here we see an older woman looking at her younger reflection. And this card is about letting go of what doesn't serve you anymore. So let go of old ways of thinking, being, doing, anything that doesn't suit where you are now, Maria. And I agree. You will see something develop for you when the time is right. Okay.
Who's next? Who's next?
Fluffy is next. Fluffy says, I'm home. A version of this question can be answered. I got a hater now, which means I'm doing something right. I'm wondering if this person is actively trying to hex me or if it's purely psychological. And do I just need to ignore it or keep shields up.
Okay, well, let's see what the cards have to say.
Yeah, if no one actively hates you, you're being ineffective. Right?
Yeah. Okay, I have drawn 3 cards. The first card is the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is happiness, and I'm going to read it in this case as being happy, followed by the King of Coins, which is money and prosperity, and followed by the Eight of Cups, which is being afraid of things you should not be afraid of. You can see the little man in the picture is being frightened by the phantoms, but the moral of the picture is the phantoms are not going to hurt you, so do not be running in terror of them. So I would take these 3 together to say that the best revenge and also the best defense is to be happy and prosperous. So focus on those things, and don't worry about this person so much. Certainly never hurts to do some warding. I'm not going to say you shouldn't, but I don't really think it's necessary to worry too much about this. Let's draw the Brian card because I can just feel Brian pulling on me when I don't draw it. And I've drawn the Emperor, and the Emperor says, things come, they go. I think I would take this to mean this person will probably not bother you terribly long. There you go.
All right. First card I've got is the 3 of Swords. Yeah. There's someone who's bothering you. I've got the 10 of Lamps, which suggests working with others to achieve your goals magically. I've got the 5 of Cups, which says there's been some disappointment in your situation. And then I draw the King of Cups and a lot of glare. But that's happiness, so yeah. Don't let the idiots get to you. I agree, it never hurts to stay shielded, especially for someone as highly psychic as you are, Fluffy.
Yeah.
You should stay grounded and shielded as much as you can.
But that's general advice. That's
It
always
is.
applicable.
It is, but...
And Fluffy says, "Thank you, Lord Don. I suspected." And yeah, I'd say you were accurate in your assessment.
Oh, smile at your hater. In general, it throws them off kilter.
Yes. And we want to say hello to Ed the Pagan in the chat room. Hello, Ed.
Okay.
And Fluffy says, "Thank you. I appreciate it."
You are
Thank you.
welcome, Fluffy.
Who's next?
Let's see. Renee has asked for a general reading. 7 Jane says hi. Hippie Janet has asked for a general reading for the weekend. Shaggy Langoria says, good evening, Reverend Mary and Reverend Don. Jason says, should I block this person on social media? The thing about blocking people, Fluffy, is they just create another persona and come back and follow you. Hello?
I will have to say, I've often noticed over the years that my haters are far more interested in me than I ever was in them.
So unless they are actually harassing you in some shape or form, it's
ignore them.
probably not worth it. Hello to Ed the Pagan. Jazz has a question. What do I need to know right now about self-care? And then Lena has asked for a general reading. And
So Renee, Janet, Jazz, Lena?
I think so. We'll go back through it in order. I was as much getting caught up with Chad as anything else. All right. General reading for Renee. Want to be sure I didn't miss anyone just saying hello.
Yes. And I have drawn 3 cards for Renee. The first card is death. The death card, of course, does not mean physical death. It means change. So expect there to be changes coming up in your life. Expect some transformation happening. It's followed by the Empress, which is prosperity and happiness. So I think that change will be bringing you into greater prosperity and happiness. And it's also followed by the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is a rest period or a timeout period, which says that you have this change coming. Change will bring you into greater happiness. And then you need to take some time for yourself. Take a little healing time and prepare yourself for the next period of moving forward. And let us draw a Brian card to go with this. The Brian card is the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is satisfaction, being in a good position. It's basically saying, yes, there's change coming up, but it's taking you into a good place, and just make sure that you take care of yourself when you get there. And there you go.
All right, so I have Judgment. So something is going to be decided for you soon. I have the Queen of Pentacles. So this is about finances and especially using your money wisely. And I've got the Seven of Lamps, and this, you see someone taking a ceremonial bath, and this is about releasing what doesn't serve you anymore. And then when I draw the Brian card, we've got the Four of Lamps, and this is about learning more about your current situation and especially perhaps mastering a new skill in order to deal with it. So I hope that's helpful, Renee. So, and next we've got Hippie Janet, who's asked for a general reading for the weekend.
Well, I've drawn 3 cards, and the 3 cards are Future, Ace of Coins, Six of Swords. I would almost be inclined to ask from this if you have something special going on this weekend. But generally speaking generally for the weekend, Future says the things that are happening at this time have to do with your desires for the future. They have to do with where you're wanting to go. And of course, in the picture, we have the story of Daedalus and Icarus, although we do not identify which one is in the picture. And as you know, if you're familiar with the story, one flew safely to land, the other got too close to the sun and fell into the ocean. So it's saying make your plans in a practical, reasonable manner, and everything should go well. You may find yourself tempted to fly too close to the sun. Don't do that. The wings will melt. Be practical and all will be well. The Ace of Coins is money and prosperity and happiness. So I would say it should be a good time. I would say things are going well. I would say you may find yourself focused on these things, and the Six of Swords is a journey. So either you're physically going somewhere or you're undergoing a personal change and growth during this time. And let us draw a Brian card to go with all of this. The Brian card is the Ten of Coins, which is happiness and solid foundation. I'm really kind of inclined to say that the Six of Coins may be referring to a physical trip of some kind. But everything around you looks very solid, looks very happy, but you are looking at things for the future, and you want to make sure you stay practical in your plans for that. And there you go.
Okay. I have got strength, so whatever you have going on, you are able to deal with it. I had the Ten of Wands, which indicates an end of a cycle, and maybe you've been feeling stuck, like things are not moving fast enough for you, but you are going to be moving out of that. I've also got the Five of Pentacles, which suggests you might need to be careful with financial matters. And then I've got the Emperor, which is a reminder that basically what goes up must come down, but then what goes down comes back up. So even if things are not to your liking right this minute, it will change. So I hope that's helpful. And then we are going to pause for a word from our sponsors. So just a moment.
Sponsors.
Rev Don's Book of Stones, Metals, and Crystals. Everything you always wanted to know about the magical and spiritual properties of stones, metals, and crystals in one book. Get your copy today at CorellianPublishing.com.
.com.
Rev Don's Book of Astrology. Everything you always wanted to know about the stars in one book. Get your copy today at CorellianPublishing.com.
.com.
Reverend Don's books. All of them available at CorellianPublishing.com, as well as many other books by authors including Ed the Pagan and many others. Laura Enright, Chris Copeland, and many more coming. And witchschool.com now celebrating its 25th year. You know, they said it wouldn't last, and they were wrong. It's still there. And if you would like a lifetime membership to witchschool.com, go to witchschool.org and sign up for your lifetime membership today.
Okay, and we do the readings as a public service, but if you would like to send us a tip, my PayPal is maryhawk1968@gmail.com. Also, please join us for the greatest ever pagan super show extravaganza tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, where we will be interviewing Tish Owens.
Yes.
And you're very welcome, Janet. I'm glad the reading confirmed what you needed to know.
Always like it when that's what happens.
All right. Next up, we have Jazz and then Lena.
Okay. General reading for Jazz?
Jazz says, what do I need to know right now? What need for my self-care?
Okay, well, I have drawn 3 cards, and the first card is the Nine of Cups. And since our question is, what does Jazz need for their self-care? The Nine of Cups, of course, is the wish card, which says, be careful where you put your attention. So for your self-care, it's very important that you focus on the positive. Focus on the good things, focus on the things you want, not the things you fear. Keep your eyes on the sunny side of the street. We're followed by the Queen of Coins, which is material concerns and money. So I would say that while you're doing that, you also want to be careful with material concerns and make sure that you're handling your money as well as you can. And then it's followed by the Stars, which is meditation and guidance by spirit. So I would say that for your self-care, it's very important to listen to the spiritual guidance that is all around you. And again, to keep your focus on the positive, let's draw a Brian card. We've drawn the Mind. And exactly how this fits in, you will hopefully know better than I do, but this says that in dealing with your self-care and the things that are connected to that, in a lot of ways you want to think your way through it more than feel your way through it. Pay attention to what makes sense. Pay attention to what is reasonable. And do not pay attention to what you might be afraid of. Do not pay attention to what you're emotionally attached to. But look at things with a bit of a distance, a bit of perspective to have clear vision. And if you don't do those things, you should come out well. And there you go.
So the first card I've got is the Prince of Wands. And this card represents a lot of unfocused energy around your situation. So you need to focus on what you want to accomplish with your self-care. And then I've got the Fluffy. Yes, this is who I was speaking to earlier when Reverend Don did the Kickstarter for this edition. One of the options was to commission a card. And as you can see, the wolf is missing a foot. This card is about taking what might be considered a negative circumstance. Fluffy had to have part of his leg amputated and turning it around into something very positive. You can see he's still got his hospital bracelet on in this drawing. So this is about transformation. And I've got the Prince of Cups, and this is about expressing yourself through your creativity. So how do you need to do that? How do you express yourself with your creativity? And I've got the Princess of Pentacles. And when this card comes up, it's talking about there's something you want to do and you're holding yourself back because you've got the resources and everything you need to do it. So go for it. Whatever it is you've been wanting to do, go ahead and do it. Treat yourself. Go buy the thing, go do the thing, whatever it is, just go do it. So I hope that's helpful, Jazz.
Yes.
And next up, we have Lena, who is asking for a general reading.
So I've drawn 3 cards for Lena, and the first card is the Magos. The Magos says that whatever it is you want to do, the thing that you're looking at and saying, can I do that? Yes, you can. The Magos represents your ability to work your will in the world. Doesn't say there's no work involved, but it says you absolutely can do it. It's followed by the 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords says, yeah, you'll feel the effort. You can see the little man in the picture is battling his way uphill. So you may feel a little bit like you're climbing uphill to do that thing that you want to do. But you can get to the top of that hill. You can do it. And it's followed by Justice, which says the more work you put into it, the better off you're going to be. So it's not always worth the effort, but in this case, it is. And, if it takes a certain amount of effort, it's worth putting it out. And then let us draw the Brian card, because what is life without a Brian card? And we've drawn the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is learning from past experience. So it says to you that in looking at this thing that you're working on, that you're desiring, that you're wanting to do, and knowing that you are going a little bit uphill to do it, apply the lessons of your past. Look at the things that worked and do them again. Look at the things that did not work and stay the heck away from them. It's not always true that what happened in the past will happen again, but in this case, it's a good guide to how things are going to play out. So apply those lessons from the past. And if you do all of that, you will get there. Again, you will feel the effort, but you will get there. And there you go.
So the first card I've got for you is the 10 of Wands. So you've been feeling stuck, like things aren't moving. I've also got Time. And this is the Mayan god of time. And remember, the Mayans view time as a cycle. So once it comes to the end of the cycle starts all over. So even if you're not happy with where things are right now, the cycle will continue. And eventually it will come to a point where things will be better. And I've got the 10 of Lamps. And the 10 of Lamps says that you can use magic to improve your situation, and that it might be best if you join with others to do so. And I'm just all the 5 of Pentacles tonight. So yes, keep an eye on your finances at this point in time. So I hope that's helpful. And Jazz says that singing is how she expresses herself.
Oh, wonderful.
So go for it.
Indeed.
And then hello to Paul McCoy.
Hello, Paul.
Who's asking about requesting a pull. Yes, Paul, do you have a general question or do you have something specific? And you're very welcome, Jazz.
Yes, indeed.
And you're welcome too, Lena.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Lena. Thank you, everyone. So I was talking to my grandson earlier tonight. He was telling me all about baby seals.
Has he moved on from dinosaurs?
Not entirely, but just for a little bit. He has received some stuffed baby seals that he's quite focused on at this moment.
Ah,
They're very cute.
no. Baby seals are adorable.
Yes. So do we want to do a general reading for Paul?
Okay, we will do a general reading for Paul. And I have an escapee.
Uh-huh. And Paul says, baby harp seals are so cute. And that's basically what my grandson was saying to you
Yes.
many, many times.
I'm glad they're not really hunted that much anymore, or I might have to stop my grandkids from going on a mission.
Yes. So I've drawn 3 cards for Paul. The first card is the 4 of coins. The 4 of coins is stability or possibly stagnation, saying that things maybe aren't moving the way you want them to move in the situations that you want to see move. Getting that thing that you want to move is not easy at this moment. It's followed by the 10 of Swords, which is the ending of old situations. So I think what you're going to find is that one of the situations you're dealing with is not going to go where you want it to go, and you're going to end up leaving it. This, however, is followed by the King of Coins, which is money and prosperity, which says that you'll be leaving it for a better situation and that you'd be well advised to leave it. But yeah, it's not going to work out as it currently is. Let me draw one more Brian card for you, and I've drawn the Princess of Wands. And the Princess of Wands represents a situation that's almost there. It's not there yet, but it's almost there. So it kind of says, be patient, let it take the time it needs to develop. It is developing. You have a lot of what you need already. The rest is coming. Just let the old be moved out and the new will take its place. And there you go. And hopefully that is helpful.
So I've got the 4 of Lamps, which represents learning something new. I had the Ace of Lamps, which means approaching a situation from another person's perspective. We've got the Prince of Cups. So you need to be employing your creativity as well. So learning something new is probably going to relate to that. And finally, my escapee was the 10 of Cups, or the Happy Family card. So yeah, ultimately, this is a very positive situation for you.
Yeah.
Yes. And we've probably got time to do one more reading.
One more reading.
while Reverend Don channels the count.
Yes.
Who could count harp silks?
Yes.
You're very welcome, Paul.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Paul. So do we have a last question? Do we want a talking head for a moment? What do we want to do? What do we want to do?
Well, talking head, unless somebody wants to ask us a question. Did he say anything about harp seals other than that they're very cute?
He was talking about the particular stuffed ones that he has. Apparently, the mother seal has a pouch for the baby seals to go in.
Aww.
It's very cute. He also finds it interesting that the mother seal's nose is more developed in the stuffed seals than her babies are. But I don't know that that's necessarily inaccurate.
I think that is correct. And we do have a question. Shaggy is asking for a reading on their journey into the Wiccan life.
Okay. Okay, so I've drawn 3 cards, and the first card is Past. And you can see in the picture, the lady is studying the reflection of her past in the water. And what that says is that in your journey into the Wiccan life, you're going to need some self-reflection. You're going to need to, well, really do your shadow work. You're going to need to look at what you truly believe, the things that you've learned from the things that you've done in life. It will be a very self-reflective journey. It's followed by 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups is influences from the past. So as you undertake this journey, it will bring some things around you that perhaps had otherwise departed your life. That could be people, it could be things, or again, it could be shadow work, dealing with old issues that you still carry. I personally think one of the most important things about Wiccan practice is shadow work, dealing with our fears and our limitations and our internal programming to release ourselves from, shall we say, self-bondage, to release the things that unconsciously force us into certain positions so that we become totally in control of our lives. This is followed by the moon. You can see the moon is a ceremony in something vaguely resembling Stonehenge. And I understand the moon in a couple of ways. One of them is spiritual guidance, but the other is religion and magical practice as an active force. So it's saying that in your journey into the Wiccan life, you want to actually do it. Make sure that you are actively practicing, not just reading, not just talking, not just thinking, but actually doing things. And if you do all that, let's draw a Brian card. We have the Magus, which is basically saying you can have whatever outcome you desire here. It can be as successful as you want it to be, but you will have to do that shadow work, and you will have to actually walk the walk. And if you do those things, you'll be very happy with the outcome. And there you go.
So the first card I have is the Two of Lamps. And in this deck, lamps represent magic and spirituality. The Two of Lamps is talking about help others and offer whatever resources we have. So as you move forward, be willing to help, especially others in your community. We have the Ace of Lamps, and this is about empathy, looking at other people's situations. Develop your empathy. I have the Four of Wands, which is happiness, attaining what you want. The picture is a wedding, but it is attaining your goal, whatever that might be. And we'll draw a Brian card. And, well, I've got the Five of Swords, so there is some conflict. So I'm going to draw another one. And I've got the Three of Swords, which, again, is conflict. But then I've got the King of Wands, and this is about following your passion. So even if and conflict could be, perhaps there'll be people in your life who are not thrilled with your path, but ultimately follow your passions.
Yes, indeed.
So I hope that's helpful. And I see we have come to the top of the hour.
Indeed.
So, would you like to close us out with a prayer?
Certainly. Divine Mother Goddess, Divine Father God, beloved ancestors, we thank you for all that you do for us in our lives, and we rejoice in this walk we walk together. We ask you to help us to face the future with confidence and to heed the guidance that we receive in the many different ways that we receive it as we go forward. Beloved Mother Goddess, beloved Father God, beloved ancestors, we thank you for all of the guidance that you give us. We rejoice in your presence in our lives and knowing you are always with us, still from respect. We thank you for your presence, and may you blessed be. May you blessed be.
Yes, blessed be everyone. Thank you for joining us, and we'll be back next Thursday.
Yes.